In February 2021, a Spanish user account on YouTube and TikTok called Last Fortunate Survivor, Único Sobreviviente, posted a video pleading for help. He said, "Today is February 13th, 2021. I woke up finding myself in a hospital, only to discover that the entire world is devoid of any other human beings except me." The footage showed empty shopping malls, deserted streets, and vacant beaches, not a single soul in sight. While there were no other people visible in his videos, few believed he had staged it all. Some online sleuths challenged him to film at locations normally teeming with people, like a hospital. Shockingly, the man did go to a hospital and captured haunting scenes of an utterly empty operating facility, recently opened according to online information. Could it really be the year 2027 with not a single human left on Earth? Or was this just a cruel hoax? The man in the video is a Spaniard named Javier. He claims to have awoken in the year 2027, but not our 2027. Rather, a parallel timeline's 2027, where there appears to be no living creature whatsoever. A chilling prospect indeed. After posting his first video on February 13th, the Last Fortunate Survivor uploaded another on the 15th. Like the initial footage, it depicted eerily empty streets, this time in Valencia, a major Spanish city with a population of 2.5 million, yet devoid of a single resident. Initially, some suspected he had exploited lockdown conditions during the pandemic to capture such desolate scenes. However, as the health crisis improved, the man continued sharing visuals of unpopulated areas that should have been bustling. People began paying closer attention. Some even challenged him to film inside one of Spain's largest shopping malls, reasoning those should be occupied. Astonishingly, his mall footage showed vacant stores lacking customers and staff. Online critics then proposed numerous other locations, like museums, art galleries, restaurants. The Last Fortunate Survivor obliged, returning with more video void of human activity. When dared to go to the zoo, the results were equally chilling. Not an animal in sight. Still unconvinced, some theorized he intentionally filmed early mornings on empty streets or timed museum visits during low-traffic hours. To dispel doubt, they demanded he record at specific high-density places and times. One skeptic challenged the Last Fortunate Survivor to visit a McDonald's fast food restaurant. He obliged, recording himself entering and wandering the abandoned establishment. Food trays littered tables, a customer's jacket draped over a chair, all untouched, eerily frozen in time. Checking his wristwatch on camera revealed the time as 2:49 p.m., though doubters argued the time could have been manually adjusted. His next video, however, prompted chills. The survivor had visited the city square, its large electronic display flashing 5:46 p.m., an hour when crowds should have thronged the plaza, not a soul in sight. How could such unnerving scenes be authentically captured? Per online requests, he next headed to a subway station notorious for congestion. Timetables showed the next train arriving at 4:15 p.m., presumably during operational hours when platforms would be packed. Yet his footage depicted a hauntingly vacant terminal. The Last Fortunate Survivor's prolific and increasingly bizarre recordings garnered massive attention online, though some claimed modern technology could simply edit out crowds using AI to synthesize the abandoned landscapes. However, his videos seemed captured mainly via smartphone, and their staggering frequency made intricate editing seem improbable to most viewers. Still, a contingent of skeptics remained unconvinced. Despite the apparent absence of humans in the city, the footage depicted an orderly environment. Storefronts remained open, cars neatly parked, lush vegetation meticulously landscaped. Only the landscapers themselves seemed conspicuously missing. Javier's initial videos surfaced in February 2021. If the city had truly been deserted since spring, surely overgrown vegetation would be rampant by summer's arrival. Yet, had he kindly tended to the greenery just before filming? Additionally, the buildings all had power. Lights functioned normally, and Javier easily located charging ports for his phone. How could electricity grids persist without human operation? The Wi-Fi, too, functioned seamlessly. Such a scenario seemed highly implausible. Hypothetically, if all humans suddenly vanished from Earth, how long could power facilities continue running unattended? The answer? About a day at most. Without fuel replenishment, widespread outages would occur almost immediately. Even nuclear plants, designed with safeguards, would safely shut down reactors within days if electricity had no consumers. Javier also shared beach footage with numerous fresh footprints in the sand from his first video onward. Unless that coastal area escaped any rainfall, lingering footprints from missing persons seemed doubtful. According to Javier, he was certain he was living in the year 2027, yet bizarrely woke up one day in a hospital, unable to recall how he arrived there or even his own name. On that first disorienting morning, the last fortunate survivor found a cell phone, hoping to call for help, but could only access the internet. So he began recording videos pleading for assistance. Unexpectedly, when uploaded online, the video's timestamps showed the year as 2021, seemingly confirming some connection between his current reality and that year. Over the next few days, Javier ventured into homes where 2021 calendars hung on walls, yet computer screens displayed 2027 as the current year. He captured this unsettling discrepancy on camera and posted it, drawing further skepticism since adjusting a computer's date is simple. One critic proposed Javier ask Amazon's Alexa virtual assistant for the current date and time. He obliged, and Alexa plainly stated it was March 21st, 2027. This revelation left viewers in shock. Alexa, being a cloud-based voice AI, could not have its time manually altered except by hacking Amazon's servers, which seemed an impossibility. Gradually, more and more began lending credence to the last fortunate survivors, unnerving accounts of being trapped in a parallel 2027 timeline, devoid of other humans. The March 8th video opens with Javier at the Valencia hospital, the place he first regained consciousness. He explains spending hours searching there until uncovering startling medical records. I couldn't believe this was my patient file from Valencia General Hospital. The admission timestamp reads 5:47 a.m. on February 10th, 2021, an emergency case. Notably, when I arrived unconscious without any response to stimuli, with high blood pressure, rapid pulse, and soaring fever, the only identifying items were a wristband engraved Javier and a cord. Days later, despite scouring the hospital, Javier found no other useful information until a bizarre discovery. After his videos attracted media attention, he posted one titled Unbelievable. On March 24th, I entered a temporary city shelter tunnel uneventfully, but 4 months later, I began dreaming about that tunnel, so I returned. Inexplicably, this time a records room appeared that I'd never noticed before. Inside, I made an astonishing find. It was a letter dated 2027 confirming Javier's suspicion that he had indeed arrived from the future. We understand you cannot recall your identity. We believe you should not have reached this stage, yet we have not completely lost contact. Soon, you will remember participating in a plan and why we built a time machine. The tunnel you currently occupy in 2027 is where we placed the device. We hope you have retained the St. Lucia's eye, as it is crucial. From 2027, we sent you back to 2021 to complete a mission. But a malfunction has trapped you in a parallel 2021 timeline, an extension of that year where you can interact with 2021 humans to an extent, even though no other life exists in your world. Rest assured, we will endeavor to extract you, but first, remain calm. This evoked theories about the European Organization for Nuclear Research, home of the Large Hadron Collider, the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator. Built in 2009 across France and Switzerland, this 27-kilometer ring propels two particle beams at light speed before smashing them together, producing new particles and even miniature black holes. In 2010 interviews, CERN scientists implied phenomena like warped space-time and parallel universes could be real, not just science fiction. One skeptical commenter challenged Javier, "If you're the last person on Earth, why do you only drive in the right lane?" Unfazed, he promptly uploaded footage of himself recklessly veering across all lanes and driving the wrong way, blatantly violating traffic laws in the deserted cityscape. When dared to enter a police station, Javier obliged, roaming freely through the unmanned National Police headquarters. Brazenly, he not only unlocked cruiser cars, but invaded multiple offices, unimpeded by any authority in this lifeless world. Frequently, Javier announced where he'd leave objects in videos. Incredibly, other users then located and filmed these precise items, providing independent confirmation that those public spaces were utterly abandoned. His claims garnered more plausibility when Spanish actor Damian Mala issued a direct challenge. Stating he believed Javier, Mala insisted if the last survivor could access the El Hormiguero television studio and retrieve a book Mala left there, he would finally accept Javier's story as fact. El Hormiguero is a famous local studio with round-the-clock staffing and tight security, virtually impenetrable for civilians. Yet once again, Javier accomplished the feat, emerging with Mala's book. The network then officially declared the reality of this interdimensional visitor. From there, Javier's videos detailing his inexplicable circumstances went viral worldwide as the ultimate unsolved mystery. Though he had initially claimed an absence of all animals, later footage showed pigeons present in the city square. Pressing issues remained. Why did Javier only ever film in Valencia? Could he not travel elsewhere? Why no live streams? His hands appeared inconsistently, hairless one moment, hairy the next, sometimes wearing a watch, other times bare. Could multiple versions of Javier exist across the parallel plane? 3 theories persisted. 1. Javier truly is a time traveler, trapped in an alternate reality. 2. This is simply an elaborate staged hoax perpetrated by Javier himself. 3. It is an extremely intricate viral marketing ploy orchestrated by a team. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for future updates or check out my other videos.